Welcome to the Finance Wisdom Summaries.
Think and Grow Rich, a comprehensive summary. Introduction. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich is a philosophy of individual achievement based on 25 years of research, analyzing over 500 successful men who started with little to no wealth. The book aims to reveal the money-making secret that transformed their lives, a secret Andrew Carnegie shared with Hill more than a quarter century prior. The core message is that all achievement and earned riches begin with an idea, and the book's purpose is to teach what to do and how to do it, providing the necessary stimulus to start. Key takeaways. The book is a textbook on individual achievement, meant to be studied and absorbed, not just read. The core secret is subtle and will be recognized by those who are ready for it. The book emphasizes the importance of a definite goal in life. The author asserts that the secret has been practically tested by thousands across various walks of life, leading to fortunes and harmony. Practical application. Engage actively. Don't just passively read. Treat this book as a study guide. Underline key sentences and return to them. Form a study group, mastermind. Create a group of like-minded, harmonious individuals to discuss each chapter. This shared discussion and note-taking can unlock new insights and knowledge from everyone present. Identify your definite goal. Before you even begin applying the principles, clearly define what you want most in life, whether it's money, fame, power, or peace of mind. The clearer your goal, the more effective the principles will be.
Chapter 1. Introduction. This section delves into specific examples to illustrate the power of thought and desire. Edwin C. Barnes, without money or connections, became a business associate of Thomas A. Edison simply by having a burning desire and persistence. He wanted to work with Edison, not for him, and he didn't give up despite initial difficulties. Opportunity often appears disguised as misfortune or temporary defeat, and many fail to recognize it. The story of R.U. Darby, who stopped 3 feet from gold in his mining venture but later succeeded in life insurance by learning from his quitability, highlights the critical role of persistence. Key takeaways. Thoughts are things, powerful when mixed with definite purpose, persistence, and burning desire. Persistence is crucial for overcoming temporary defeat, which is a common cause of failure. Success often comes just beyond the point where defeat has occurred. Opportunity can be disguised as misfortune. Practical application. Cultivate a burning desire. Don't just wish for things, intensely desire them to the point of obsession. This desire will fuel your persistence. Embrace persistence. When faced with setbacks, view them as temporary defeats, not permanent failures. Analyze what went wrong with your plan, not your goal, and create new plans. Recognize opportunity in adversity. Look for potential advantages in difficult situations. What might seem like a setback could be an opportunity in disguise, as it was for R.U. Darby. Burn your ships. Commit fully to your definite purpose, eliminating all avenues of retreat. This forces you to succeed.
Chapter 2. Desire. This chapter emphasizes desire as the absolute starting point of all achievement. Barnes's intense, definite desire to become Edison's business associate, rather than just getting a job, propelled him to success despite initial setbacks and 5 years of waiting. Wishing for riches is not enough. One must desire them with an obsessive state of mind, followed by definite plans and unwavering persistence. The chapter outlines 6 practical steps to transmute desire into its monetary equivalent. The author shares a deeply personal story of his son, born without normal hearing, and how his own burning desire for his son to hear and speak, combined with unwavering faith, led to an extraordinary outcome, demonstrating that nature bends to the will of desire. Key takeaways. Desire is the initial spark for all achievement. It must be a keen, pulsating desire and definite. The 6 steps to transmute desire into money are: fixing the exact amount, determining what you'll give in return, setting a definite date, creating a plan, writing a concise statement, and reading it aloud twice daily with belief. Money consciousness means the mind is saturated with the desire for money, allowing one to visualize possessing it. Dreams are the seedlings of reality, and practical dreamers are the pattern makers of civilization. Practical application. Define your financial goal precisely. Instead of vaguely wanting more money, specify the exact amount you desire, the date you intend to have it, and what service or value you will provide in exchange. Daily visualization and affirmation. Read your statement aloud twice a day, morning and night, seeing and feeling yourself already in possession of the money. This practice is a form of auto-suggestion to influence your subconscious mind. Cultivate money consciousness. Immerse your thoughts in the idea of having the money you desire until it becomes an obsession and you truly believe you will acquire it. View handicaps as assets. As the author did with his son's hearing, look for ways to convert perceived liabilities into valuable assets.
Chapter 3. Faith. Faith is presented as the head chemist of the mind, capable of transforming thought vibrations into their spiritual equivalent, which then communicates with infinite intelligence. The emotions of faith, love, and sex are identified as the most powerful positive emotions, and when blended, they create a direct line of communication between the human mind and infinite intelligence. Faith can be developed through autosuggestion by repeatedly impressing the subconscious mind with desired outcomes. The chapter stresses that the subconscious mind acts on both positive and negative thoughts, translating them into physical reality, which explains misfortune or bad luck. The creation of the United States Steel Corporation by Charles M. Schwab, based on his idea, faith, plan, persistence, and burning desire, serves as a grand illustration of these principles in action. Key takeaways. Faith is a state of mind that can be induced through affirmation and repeated instructions to the subconscious mind, autosuggestion. Emotionalized thoughts, especially those mixed with faith, love, and sex, have a powerful effect on the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between constructive and destructive thoughts. It translates whatever is fed to it into reality. Riches begin in the form of thought, and the amount is limited only by the person's mind. Faith removes limitations. Practical application. Implement autosuggestion for faith. Actively repeat your definite purpose and visualize its attainment, infusing your words with emotion and belief. Control your thoughts. Be vigilant about the thoughts you allow to dominate your mind. Consciously feed your mind with positive emotions and desires, as the subconscious mind will manifest whatever thoughts you dwell upon. Believe in the impossible. Understand that your belief or faith is the determining factor for your subconscious mind's action. If you truly desire something, convince yourself you will acquire it. Model success. Study the lives of individuals who have achieved great things and emulate their principles, particularly their faith and persistence. Chapter 4. Autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is defined as any suggestion or self-administered stimulus reaching the mind through the 5 senses. It acts as the communication channel between the conscious and subconscious minds. The conscious mind acts as a filter, deciding which thoughts are passed to the subconscious mind. The chapter reiterates the importance of emotionalizing thoughts, especially with faith, for them to be accepted and acted upon by the subconscious mind. Persistence is the key to mastering autosuggestion and influencing the subconscious mind. A self-confidence formula is provided, outlining steps to build self-belief through consistent affirmation and visualization. Key takeaways. Autosuggestion is the direct means to influence the subconscious mind. Only emotionalized thoughts, mixed with feeling or emotion, especially faith, are recognized and acted upon by the subconscious mind. Persistence in applying autosuggestion is the price of ability to influence the subconscious mind. A self-confidence formula provides a practical guide for building self-belief. Practical application. Daily affirmations with feeling. Continue practicing the 6 steps from Chapter 2, ensuring your affirmations are infused with genuine emotion and belief that you already possess what you desire. Visualize with sensory detail. When visualizing your desired outcome, make it as real as possible by involving all your senses. See the money, feel it, hear the sounds of success. Apply the self-confidence formula. Write down the formula provided in the chapter, memorize it, and repeat it aloud daily. This is a direct application of autosuggestion to build unshakable self-confidence. Be persistent and patient. Do not get discouraged if results aren't immediate. Consistency in applying these principles is crucial as the subconscious mind is influenced through habit.
Chapter 5. Specialized Knowledge. This chapter differentiates between general knowledge and specialized knowledge, asserting that only specialized knowledge, intelligently organized and directed towards a definite end, can attract money. Henry Ford, despite having little formal schooling, exemplified this principle by knowing where to acquire knowledge and how to organize it through his mastermind group. The chapter highlights that success doesn't require possessing all knowledge oneself, but rather knowing how to leverage the specialized knowledge of others. It also emphasizes the importance of continuous learning, especially through specialized training, and the value of self-discipline in pursuing knowledge. Key takeaways: knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power when organized and applied with a definite end. An educated man is someone who can acquire what they want without violating others' rights, not necessarily someone with extensive formal schooling. Leveraging a mastermind group provides access to specialized knowledge you may lack. Continuous pursuit of specialized knowledge is essential for success. Learning doesn't end with formal schooling. It pays to know how to purchase knowledge and where to find it. Practical application: identify your knowledge gaps. Determine what specialized knowledge you need to achieve your definite purpose. Form a mastermind group. Actively seek out and collaborate with individuals who possess the specialized knowledge you require. This is crucial for leveraging collective intelligence. Continuous learning and self-education. Never stop learning. Embrace night schools, home study courses, and public libraries to continuously acquire specialized knowledge relevant to your goals. Apply knowledge immediately. Don't just accumulate knowledge, organize it into practical plans and put those plans into action. Knowledge only has value when applied. Market your services effectively. If you are selling personal services, understand that you are a merchant. Develop a brief that highlights your specialized skills and how they benefit a prospective employer, and be willing to offer a probation period to demonstrate your value.
Chapter 6. Imagination. Imagination is presented as the workshop of the mind, where all plans are fashioned and desires are given shape and action. The chapter distinguishes between synthetic imagination, rearranging old ideas into new combinations, and creative imagination, direct communication with infinite intelligence leading to hunches and inspirations. It emphasizes that man's only limitation lies in the development and use of his imagination, and that this faculty can be revived and made alert through use. The stories of Coca-Cola and Dr. Frank Gonzalez, who raised $1 million for a college by preaching on "What would I do if I had $1 million?" illustrate how ideas born of imagination and backed by definite purpose and desire can yield immense fortunes. Key takeaways: imagination is the faculty through which desires are transformed into tangible plans. Synthetic imagination rearranges existing ideas. Creative imagination provides new basic ideas and hunches from infinite intelligence. The creative imagination is most active when the conscious mind is stimulated by strong desire and vibrating at a high rate. Ideas are the starting points of all fortunes and can be transmuted into cash through definite purpose and plans. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. Practical application. Actively use your imagination. Don't let your imagination lie dormant. Consciously use it to develop plans for achieving your desires. Turn ideas into written plans. The moment you write down your desire and a plan for its realization, you give concrete form to an intangible impulse. Cultivate creative imagination. While synthetic imagination is used frequently, strive to develop your creative imagination through intense desire and heightened mental vibrations. Be receptive to hunches or inspirations and act on them immediately. Focus on giving value. Recognize that the world rewards those who provide useful services or products. Your imagination can help you create unique ways to offer value, as seen in the Coca-Cola and bookkeeping examples.
Chapter 7. Organized Planning. This chapter provides detailed instructions on how to build practical plans for accumulating money, emphasizing the mastermind principle. It states that no individual possesses enough experience, education, or ability to accumulate a great fortune alone, making cooperation with others essential. Plans must be constantly refined and replaced if they fail, underscoring that temporary defeat is not permanent failure. The chapter also outlines the major attributes of leadership and the common causes of leadership failure, stressing that true leadership relies on consent and cooperation, not force. It introduces the QQS formula: quality, quantity, and spirit of service, as crucial for effective and permanent marketing of personal services. Key takeaways. Plans are essential to transform desire into action. The mastermind principle, coordination of knowledge and effort in harmony, is crucial for creating and executing effective plans. Temporary defeat is a signal that a plan is unsound, not a sign of permanent failure. New plans should be created. Leadership requires specific attributes, including unwavering courage, self-control, justice, definiteness of decision and plans, a willingness to do more than paid for, a pleasing personality, sympathy, mastery of detail, willingness to assume responsibility, and cooperation. The QQS formula, quality, quantity, and spirit of service, determines the price and duration of employment for personal services. The capitalist system, when understood and used correctly, provides abundant opportunity for wealth accumulation through useful service. Practical application. Develop a detailed plan. Don't just have a desire, create a clear, detailed plan for its achievement. This plan should be jointly created and approved by your mastermind group. Embrace iteration. If your initial plan doesn't work, don't quit. Analyze its flaws, refine it, or create entirely new plans until you find one that succeeds. Strive for leadership qualities. Whether you're an entrepreneur or an employee, cultivate the 11 attributes of leadership. These qualities foster respect, cooperation, and efficiency. Master the QQS formula. In all your work, focus on delivering high quality and quantity of service, and always do so with a cooperative and pleasing spirit. This will ensure your services are highly valued and in demand. Market yourself strategically. When seeking employment or new opportunities, prepare a comprehensive brief that outlines your qualifications, experience, and how you can add value to the prospective employer. This proactive approach sets you apart.
Chapter 8. Decision. Lack of decision is identified as a primary cause of failure, observed in over 25,000 individuals. Successful people make decisions promptly and change them slowly, if at all. Conversely, those who fail make decisions slowly and change them frequently. Henry Ford's success is attributed to his quick and definite decision-making. The chapter warns against being easily influenced by the opinions of others, which are the cheapest commodities on earth. It stresses the importance of keeping one's own counsel and only trusting the chosen mastermind group who are in complete sympathy and harmony with one's purpose. Historical examples like the signing of the Declaration of Independence highlight how courageous decisions, even those risking death, can lead to monumental achievements and freedom. Key takeaways. Indecision is a significant obstacle to success and is closely linked to procrastination.
Successful individuals make decisions quickly and firmly and are slow to change them. Avoid being swayed by the opinions of others, especially those who are negative or critical. Keep a closed mouth and open ears and eyes to protect your plans from those who might try to defeat you. The ability to make definite decisions requires courage and is a cornerstone of personal achievement. Practical application. Practice prompt decision-making. Consciously make decisions quickly, even on small matters, to develop this habit. Once made, stand by your decisions unless new, compelling facts emerge that necessitate a change. Filter external opinions. Be discerning about whose opinions you allow to influence you. Prioritize the counsel of your mastermind group who are aligned with your goals. Maintain secrecy of plans. Until your plans are well underway, keep them private to avoid discouragement or sabotage from others. Tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it. Embrace courageous decisions. Recognize that significant achievements often require brave decisions that may involve risks. Learn from historical figures who made impactful choices despite potential personal costs.
Chapter 9. Persistence. Persistence is defined as sustained effort necessary to induce faith and is an essential factor in transmuting desire into money. It is linked to willpower and is a quality often misunderstood in successful individuals like Henry Ford. The majority of people give up at the first sign of opposition, but a few like Ford, Carnegie, Rockefeller, and Edison carry on despite all obstacles. Persistence is a state of mind that can be cultivated and is directly influenced by the intensity of one's desire. The chapter provides 8 factors that contribute to persistence, such as definiteness of purpose, desire, self-reliance, and organized plans. It also lists symptoms of a lack of persistence, including procrastination, indecision, indifference, and fear of criticism. Key takeaways. Persistence is non-negotiable for success and is the steel of character. Weak desires lead to weak results and a lack of persistence. The hidden guide, or infinite intelligence, tests individuals through discouragement. Only those who persist are rewarded. Persistence is cultivated through a definite purpose with a burning desire, a definite plan in continuous action, a mind closed to negative influences, and a supportive mastermind alliance. Fear of criticism is a major underlying cause of lack of persistence, especially when pursuing high goals. Practical application. Intensify your desire. If you find yourself lacking persistence, examine the intensity of your desire. Reread the chapter on desire and rekindle your burning desire. Follow the 4 steps to persistence. Consciously apply the 4 essential steps: a definite purpose with burning desire, a definite plan with continuous action, immunity to negative influences, and a supportive mastermind alliance. Recognize and overcome symptoms. Review the list of symptoms of lack of persistence, including procrastination, indecision, indifference, blaming others, etc., and actively work to eliminate them from your habits. Embrace setbacks. Understand that temporary defeats are part of the process and serve to test your persistence. Don't quit. Instead, learn from them and adjust your plans. Choose your associates wisely. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support your goals, as negative influences can undermine your persistence.
Chapter 11. The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. Sex transmutation is defined as the redirection of sex energy from physical expression to other forms of creative effort. This emotion, the most powerful of human desires, when harnessed, develops keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability capable of elevating an individual to the status of a genius. The chapter asserts that men of greatest achievement are often those with highly developed sex natures who have mastered sex transmutation. It lists 10 mind stimuli, with sex desire at the top, capable of keying up the mind to high rates of vibration, which then allows for communication with deeper sources of knowledge. The blending of love, romance, and sex is presented as the eternal triangle of achievement-building genius. Key takeaways. Sex energy is the most powerful human desire and the secret of creative ability. Transmutation involves redirecting this energy into constructive creative efforts like literature, art, or accumulating riches. Highly sexed individuals, when they learn sex transmutation, can achieve genius status. The mind responds best to stimuli, and sex desire is the most intense of these. Love, romance, and sex, when blended, form the eternal triangle of achievement-building genius. Most men succeed after age 40 because they learn to transmute sex energy later in life. Practical application. Conscious energy redirection. Recognize the powerful driving force of sex energy and consciously redirect it towards your definite purpose and creative endeavors. Instead of dissipating it, channel it into intense desire and action for your goals. Cultivate positive emotions. Focus on developing and mixing the positive emotions, desire, faith, love, sex, enthusiasm, romance, hope, into your thought impulses. This raises your mental vibrations and enhances your creative faculty. Understand the role of love and romance. Recognize the profound influence of love and romance in inspiring men to greater achievement. Strive for harmonious relationships that foster creativity and balance. Be mindful of dissipation. Be aware of how overindulgence in physical sex expression, alcohol, or narcotics can dissipate mental and creative energies, hindering achievement.
Chapter 12. The Subconscious Mind. The subconscious mind is presented as a vast field of consciousness that records and classifies every thought impulse received through the five senses. It acts on dominating desires mixed with emotional feeling, especially faith, and works continuously to transmute desires into their physical equivalent. It is considered the connecting link between the finite mind and infinite intelligence, the intermediary through which prayers are transmitted and answers received as definite plans. The chapter reiterates the importance of clear, written desires and persistence in influencing the subconscious mind, warning that it will otherwise feed on negative thoughts from neglect. It emphasizes that only emotionalized thoughts have an action influence on the subconscious. Key takeaways. The subconscious mind is a recording and filing system for all thought impulses, acting on those mixed with emotion, especially faith. It's the bridge to infinite intelligence, translating desires and returning plans or ideas. You can voluntarily impress your subconscious with desires, but it functions continuously and will act on negative thoughts if not given positive input. Only emotionalized thoughts influence the subconscious effectively. Positive and negative emotions cannot coexist. Cultivate positive habits to dominate your mind. Practical application. Consistent input to subconscious. Continue your daily practice of reading your definite purpose statement out loud with emotion and faith. This consistent input trains your subconscious mind. Guard your thoughts. Be acutely aware of the thoughts you entertain. Actively filter out negative thoughts, fear, doubt, poverty consciousness, and consciously replace them with positive desired outcomes. Believe in the process. Trust that your subconscious mind is working on your behalf. Maintain a state of expectation that your desires will be transmuted into reality. Practice positive emotions. Cultivate desire, faith, love, sex, transmuted, enthusiasm, romance, and hope as your dominant emotions. This creates fertile ground for your subconscious to act constructively. Chapter 13. The Brain. This chapter explores the brain as a sophisticated broadcasting and receiving station for thought, operating via the ether, similar to radio technology. The creative imagination is identified as the receiving set that picks up thoughts from others and from infinite intelligence, especially when the mind is stimulated to a high rate of vibration by positive or negative emotions. The subconscious mind acts as the sending station. Sex transmutation is highlighted as a key method for increasing brain vibration, making it more receptive to creative ideas. The chapter emphasizes that the greatest forces in life are intangible and unseen, yet profoundly influential, and that man's knowledge of the brain is still in its infancy,
though it holds immense power. Key takeaways. The human brain functions as both a broadcasting and receiving station for thought vibrations through the ether. The creative imagination is the receiving set, picking up hunches and inspirations from infinite intelligence or other minds. Emotionalizing thoughts steps up their vibration, making them more powerful and capable of being broadcast and received. Sex transmutation increases the brain's rate of vibration, enhancing receptivity to creative ideas. The subconscious mind is the sending station, broadcasting emotionalized thoughts. Intangible forces, like thought, are immensely powerful and control aspects of life that man often doesn't understand. Practical application. Conscious brain stimulation. Use positive emotions and autosuggestion to consciously elevate your mental vibrations. This makes your mind more receptive to new ideas and solutions. Leverage your receiving set. Pay attention to hunches and inspirations that seem to come from nowhere, as these are often messages from the creative imagination or infinite intelligence. Master your mental broadcasting. Understand that your dominant thoughts, especially those infused with emotion, are constantly being broadcast. Ensure these are positive and aligned with your desires to attract harmonious circumstances and people. Form mastermind study groups. The roundtable procedure of harmonious discussion with others can stimulate collective thought energy, enabling access to knowledge beyond individual experience.
Chapter 14, The Sixth Sense. The sixth sense is identified as the 13th and culminating principle, representing the faculty through which infinite intelligence communicates voluntarily without conscious effort. It is synonymous with the creative imagination and is the door to the temple of wisdom. Mastering this principle requires assimilation and application of the preceding 12 principles. It is described as a mixture of mental and spiritual elements, the point where the human mind contacts the universal mind. The author shares his personal method of developing this faculty through invisible counselors, imaginary council meetings with historical figures to rebuild his character and gain access to knowledge and guidance. This sense warns of dangers and highlights opportunities. Key takeaways. The sixth sense is the culmination of the philosophy, allowing for voluntary communication with infinite intelligence. It is the creative imagination, providing hunches and inspirations. Mastery of the first 12 principles is necessary to understand and apply the sixth sense. The sixth sense can warn of dangers and reveal opportunities. Consistent effort, meditation, self-examination, and serious thought over years develop this faculty. Practical application. Master the preceding principles. Focus on deeply understanding and consistently applying the first 12 principles. This foundational work is essential for the sixth sense to activate. Cultivate intuition or hunches. Pay attention to your gut feelings or sudden insights. These are often manifestations of the sixth sense at work. Don't dismiss them. Emulate greatness. Engage in hero worship by studying individuals you admire and consciously seeking to integrate their qualities into your own character through autosuggestion. This can stimulate your creative imagination. Practice invisible council meetings. If it resonates with you, experiment with the author's method of imaginary council meetings. This can be a powerful way to tap into deeper levels of knowledge and problem solving. Embrace self-reflection. Engage in regular meditation and self-examination. This continuous inner work fosters the spiritual maturity necessary for the sixth sense to function effectively.
Chapter 15. How to Outwit the 6 Ghosts of Fear. This final chapter focuses on identifying and conquering the 6 basic fears as a prerequisite for applying the philosophy effectively. These fears are poverty, criticism, ill health,
loss of love, old age, and death. Indecision, doubt, and fear form an unholy trio that paralyzes the mind and prevents the sixth sense from functioning. The chapter asserts that thoughts of fear and poverty, when entertained, translate into their physical equivalent just as positive thoughts do. It provides symptoms for each fear to aid in self-analysis and emphasizes that fear is a state of mind that can be controlled through definite decision and self-discipline. The concept of susceptibility to negative influences is introduced as a seventh basic evil, which individuals must actively protect themselves against by using willpower and maintaining a positive mental attitude. Key takeaways: indecision, doubt, and fear are the primary enemies that must be eliminated for the philosophy to work. The 6 basic fears are poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. Thoughts of fear, like any other thoughts, tend to manifest in physical reality. Worry is a form of sustained fear caused by indecision and can be controlled by prompt and firm decision. Susceptibility to negative influences is a subtle but potent evil that must be actively resisted through willpower and maintaining a positive mental attitude. You have absolute control over your thoughts, which is your divine prerogative and the sole means to control your destiny. Practical application: confront your fears through self-analysis. Go through the list of 6 basic fears and their symptoms honestly. Identify which ones affect you. Acknowledge their presence before you can conquer them. Make definite decisions against fear. For each fear, make a conscious, firm decision to reject it. For example, decide to accept death as inevitable, or to not worry about criticism. Eliminate procrastination. Recognize procrastination as a symptom of fear and indecision. Develop the habit of prompt and definite decision-making and immediate action. Shield your mind from negativity. Actively protect your mind from negative influences, both from others and your own thoughts. Use your willpower to build immunity and consciously seek out positive associations. Focus on constructive thought. Understand that your mind is constantly working, and it will either work for you or against you based on the thoughts you feed it. Keep your mind busy with a definite purpose and definite plan to prevent negative thoughts from taking root.
Main idea of the book. Think and Grow Rich distills a timeless philosophy of personal achievement. All success, especially the accumulation of wealth, begins with a burning, definite desire. This desire, when coupled with unwavering faith and translated into organized, persistent action through a detailed plan, compels the subconscious mind to manifest its physical equivalent. The book emphasizes the crucial role of a master-mind alliance, a harmonious collaboration with others to leverage collective knowledge and power. Success hinges on absolute self-control over one's thoughts and emotions, particularly the mastery of fundamental fears like poverty and criticism. By adhering to these 13 principles, individuals can consciously direct their minds, overcome obstacles, and transform their intangible desires into tangible realities, ultimately shaping their own destiny.
If you enjoyed the content, please consider supporting the author.
Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe. Now, let's go to the next video.